So I see women on this app like crashing out because of how horrible like their ex-husbands are, their baby dads are, just like ruining their life and just, you know, making their life so difficult. And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's so horrible what those women are going through." And now I'm one of them. I filed for divorce 2 months ago. I've been trying to
She filed for divorce, right? Which is what happens about 80% of the time in marriages. The woman files for divorce because she's unhappy.
look for an apartment, and the places that I'm looking at, I need to make 3 times the rent to be able to rent them.
Yeah,
And
that's pretty much
unfortunately,
everywhere
with my
now.
job, I'm a CNA. I don't make 3 times the rent. So I need a child support order to be able to add to my income so I can meet the requirement. And I've been trying to get into some sort of settlement with my soon to be ex-husband on that. And basically, he is blackmailing me, I guess. He wants me to sign away all rights I have to his military retirement. He is in the Army. He has been in for 18 years. He'll be retiring in 2 years. And I've been married to him the entire time. So the retirement's a marital asset. So I am entitled to part of it.
You see how insane this sounds, and you see how broken the marital system is in America. That at this point is the reason why so many men are walking away from marriage. Men don't want to get married. Men don't want to get into a contract that can be broken by either party at any given point. More than likely, most of the time, the woman will do it, and then she can walk away with half of your shit, if not more, and destroy your life in the process. Why would any sensible and sane person want to get into that kind of contract? Marriage at this point in time does not favor men whatsoever in America and in a lot of places. Usually in Western countries, it does not favor. I mean, I don't know what it is in Europe, but I can specifically speak for America. The system is not designed for men. Not the marriage system, anyways. There's no incentive to get married for men. And women can just walk away. Now, I'm not arguing for women not to be able to walk away from relationships if they don't want to be in relationships anymore. Yeah, if you're unhappy, go ahead and walk away. Do your thing. But what I don't think is that because you're unhappy and you as a woman feel like you are unhappy and you no longer want to be in a relationship, or maybe you found a little boo or whatever, and now your work husband has you, sprung, and you want to be with him, and now you're going to get a divorce, or your husband found you cheat, whatever it is, whatever the case may be. I don't think that you should be entitled to have my shit. Walk away. I have no problem with you walking away. If that's what you want, if that'll make you happy, you can do that. But not with half my shit. You can't walk away with half my shit. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. Or at least that's what I think it should be. She's talking about his military retirement. Now, as a person that was in the Army, I've seen this shit way too many fucking times. Way too many times. Of soldiers getting fried by their ex-wives. Like, absolutely fried. They make claims about them. Guess what? Now the soldier has to move back in the barracks, live in a barracks room, while she's in the house with whoever it is. They get deployed. I've seen it with my own eyes. Guys get deployed and come back to an empty home, to a drained bank account. She walked away without even telling him anything, destroying his life in the process. And anyways, by the way, here's your divorce papers. And by the way, I'm putting you on child support. Mind you, you don't make a lot of money in the military. You know how devastating that is? I've seen it so many times. And so she thinks that even though she wasn't the one that was serving, because yes, they've been married for 18 years, but she's not the one getting up at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, every day, putting on those boots and dealing with the bullshit that is the Army. She's not the one. She doesn't know what goes on a day-to-day basis at the motor pool or whatever the case may be where this person is working at. She wasn't the one doing it, but because she was married for 18 years, she's entitled to half his retirement? Does that seem logical to you as a person? As a man or a woman, I mean, women are probably going to say, yeah, that seems totally logical because I was there supporting him the whole time. No. No. When you go to work and you earn your paycheck, do you let your boyfriend just have it, or your husband have it? No, you don't let him have it. Now, if you had a retirement, would he be entitled to half of your retirement? But you don't, because you're a loser. You don't. He built a career. You had 18 years to do something. You could have used his GI Bill if he let you use it. I don't know what he did with it, if you used it or not. Usually when you're on active duty, you don't have to use it, because you can use tuition assistant or TA, Army tuition assistance or TA, to go to school for free, so you can keep your GI Bill for after you get out. She could have used his GI Bill, got a better career. He could have actually helped her fund go to school and be more than just a CNA. How are you, after 18 years of being married to this man who's, I'm assuming, either a senior enlisted at 18 years? She's got to be at least an E7, right? How is it that for 18 years that you were with this man, you never decided to get your life in order and get a career? Why are you just a CNA? Why are you not an RN? Which, if you were an RN, you're always in demand, right? So don't tell me, oh, because you got a PCS and all this. No. No. Because anywhere you go, there are going to be nurses needed in that area. So you will always have a job. You will always be in demand for, if you PCS, especially if you decided to, I'm not saying it's easy. I don't know what the process is. I've never done it, but I'm sure you could work in the on-post hospital. And then it's super easy when it's time to PCS. Guess what? You just get a transfer. So you're still within the system and you're building that same retirement that your husband built over 18 years. But no, you thought it was sweet. You wanted to stay home. You wanted to do nothing but be a CNA and work part-time, and now you want half his retirement money. It's absolutely sickening to me. Sickening that these women feel entitled to this stuff.
Going back and forth and fighting about it, and I just can't take it anymore. I just want to leave. I just want to move out, and I just want to start my life over. So I offer to sign away my right to the military retirement in return for spousal support and the entirety of the savings account that we have. I send the proposal to my lawyer.
Nuts. She gets the whole savings account now. We don't know the amount, but if she decided to take that, it's because it's a substantial amount. Had it been maybe $5,000-$10,000, she probably would have been like, nah, because the retirement is way more money than that.
And tell her this is what I'm proposing to do, and she comes back and says, well, this is a bad idea. And then she says, well, you could get a temporary order from the court for the child support, but that's going to cost you $4,000 in legal fees, and it may not be binding because it's only temporary, so you may not even be able to use that to really add to your income. And she goes into this long thing, which I appreciate. I appreciate her telling me the legal stuff, because she's basically telling me you are an idiot to sign this away. And she does all the numbers, and the numbers don't make any sense. Basically, I'm giving away more to get less. She's basically trying to persuade me to kind
You shouldn't be getting anything in the first place.
I'm gonna wait this out till the final order happens, because it will go in my favor if I can just wait it out. But I can't wait it out because I have to stay in the house with this person. Yesterday, he called me the nanny. He said that I'm going to pay you child support and you're just going to be the nanny for my kids. When I told him,
no shit. You proposed divorce to this man. You don't want to be his wife anymore. And you're mad he called you the nanny. What was he supposed to call you? His wife? But you don't want that anymore. So what the...
Like, I need to try and stay in the district so our kids can keep going to their school. And the neighborhood that we're in is a little bit more expensive. So I need the child support order. And he said, it's not my problem. It's not my problem that you can't afford a place for them to live. In fact, I hope that's how it plays out. Because I want the kids to see that you can't support them. I want the kids to see that you can't afford for them to live in a nice place. And I want them to know that they're going to have to go through a hardship because of what you did.
I mean, she emphasizes that like it's not what she did. He didn't ask for the divorce. Everything he said, if it's true that he said that, is factual. She asked for divorce. She wants to move out. He didn't tell her she had to move out. He wasn't kicking her out of the house. None of that. By her own admission, she can stay in the house. She just doesn't want to stay there. She requested the divorce. And somehow that's his fault? You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, man. I'm no red pillar, man, but sometimes I can understand why they say the things that they say. Sometimes I can understand why they say the things that they say. Because this shit is absolutely bananas. She got herself in this situation, requested the divorce, and wants to move on, and somehow it's his fault that she can't afford rent in a new spot. She has to do all of this stuff, and now the kids are going to suffer, and she's trying to make herself look like the victim.
Pressure campaign that he's been putting me under for the last 2 months since I filed is really him trying to get me to drop the whole thing. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe he just wants me to drop the whole thing. If I went to him and I said, okay, I'm just going to drop the divorce, got rid of my lawyer, and then didn't do anything, I think he'd drop his lawyer and we would just go about life like before. I honestly believe that.
Maybe because he still loves you. And maybe actually he's just doing what his lawyers. You know how your lawyer just told you, like, hey, you're an idiot if you decide to take this money over taking his retirement money? His lawyer is telling him, you're an idiot if you do this versus doing this. So is his lawyer supposed to work on your behalf? I don't understand. I'm not going to listen to any more of this shit. I just find it hilarious that she thinks she's entitled to something that she literally did not work towards for 18 years, whether she was there or not. She wasn't the one that worked towards it. And she's crying about the fact that she made some life choices and she thought this was going to be easier than what it actually is. But that's all I got for this video, guys. I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think about this whole thing. And if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.